Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster.
Good afternoon, PPL family. It's me, Ruby, again. Getting the day started. Today is June 1st, 2009. Oh my gosh, can you guys believe it? I'm so excited because technically this would mark the first day of my 90-day run to ED. Now, I'm not going to be running this entire 90 days because only the month of August will count toward my executive director status. However, it's usually put together like in a 90-day pack or whatever. Everybody's always like, oh, when was your 3-month run? And so I'm really excited. And this month I have to actually hit D50. This is why. When we left Oklahoma City on the bus back with Mr. Jesse McPherson and Michelle Savage, they asked us to make a goal for our team event, and my goal was D50. I wasn't sure where I was going to be at right now, but since that was my goal, I have to do my best to shoot for it, and I believe that I'm really going to attain it. So also shooting for D50. If I fall short, that's at least D25, and that's wonderful. So what I want to do today, since it is the first of the month, I want to run over briefly the activity and the numbers and the results for last month and how I can bump those numbers up, improve the activity, and aim for higher goals. So last month, as far as activity went, as far as exposures, I averaged about 15 exposures a week, and what I consider an exposure is getting a third-party tool out about this company and having a way to follow up with the person. So I average about 15 personal exposures a week, about 40 calls, follow-up calls, about 5 views a week, and I emphasize views because it's not just about getting a tool out, but making sure that someone is viewing that tool is so much more important. So I got about 5 views a week, did about three-way phone calls a week on average, and that's personal. It's not good enough. And about 3 personal sit-downs or getting 3 guests out to events on average. So as you can see, when it comes to the last most significant numbers, those numbers weren't high enough, and I thought that I was doing a whole lot because I was like running around here and there, back and forth, just constantly on the move, but the things that were most important I wasn't spending enough of my time doing. And so my goals for this month is to get about 20 exposures a week on average, make about 50 phone calls a week, and that averages out to about 10 a day. That's pretty simple. Get about 10 views a week. Now that number is so much higher. It's double the number last month, but I believe that's gonna, yield me greater results. Make about 5 personal 3-way phone calls a week, and get about 5 guests out, or do 5 personal sit-downs throughout the week. And the reason why I emphasize that is because my upline told me that it's all about the 3-way phone calls. The more 3-way calls I'm getting, then that's guaranteeing more guests at events, or that means I'm doing more sit-downs because I'm closing them out with 3-way calls. And all that leads up to just more production. So my results for last month, I know I said that I was aiming for D50, which is funny because I made that goal, and when I look back at my first video, that really was my goal, but why did I really not even shoot for it? I literally forgot after the first week that was my goal, and because I wasn't constantly reminding myself of it, I didn't attain it. And so what I did do is I got 2 personal recruits, Players Club 6, 4 counters, and I really expected those numbers to be higher, but this is a people business, and let me tell you guys about some of the mistakes I made. For one, do not do this. I made a lot of errors in judgment working with people. What I was doing is I was showing people the opportunity, and if they said that they were interested, I was getting their list, and I was helping them introduce the idea to people, and I was doing this to people that didn't even invest any money. And not that that's a bad thing, but the problem is you don't really know how committed someone is until you see how their first, few reactions are to their activity. And I guess I was introducing some of these people to too much rejection. I can handle rejection. I realize it's part of the game. The more rejection you take, then the more money you'll make. And but these people didn't really understand. And so come the end of the month, I had people dropping off like, oh, never mind, or I changed my mind, or no, I don't think that I'm ready yet. And so in the end, it was just 2 people that were actually ready. Also, I want to point out to you guys too, something that I've learned is the people who join my business are usually the people that were calling me back. So some of the times when you're spending all your time, effort, and energy, even if you think it's a stud, if you're spending so much time calling this person and they're not giving you back what you're putting into them, most likely it's not for them, at least not right now. Because the people who see it and want to do it right now tend to call you back and tend to ask you for help. And so that's a big thing that stood out to me. One of the biggest, I'd say the biggest thing that I've learned throughout the past few days is consistency. I noticed that even with my numbers, I gave you guys the averages, but those numbers were up and down. It wasn't too consistent. I'd get 5 exposures one day and 1 exposure another day. And it was just, that's horrible. if I ever want to have a team that's following me, the biggest gift that I can give them is consistency. I read that in a book. Because they want to be able to see that if they can do a few small things daily, that they can have great results. And I can't be like going all ballistic and then just not doing anything at all and expecting them to stay on task. Stay on track. So that's the biggest thing that stood out to me. What my goals are for this month as far as production is 5 personal recruits, players club 15, 10 counters, and these are minimum. I'm gonna shoot for the stars, you know what I mean, and hopefully I hit these goals. If I can get 10 personal counters and help everybody on the team build up the other 40, then that's direct to 50 in the bag. And I want to make $1,000 this month in this business at least. Now I know that that's not a super high goal, but I'm just being honest with you guys. I haven't made $1,000 in this business ever in a 1 month period. I've made close to $1,000, and I've made pretty good money part time. But I really need to start bumping up this number because by the time I'm executive director and by the time the end of this year closes out, I plan on averaging about $5 grand a month. I don't really care where I'm at now and what I've done so far. That's what I believe I can do. So this month is a belief test, and I'm going to shoot for that. And before I close this out, I do want to let you guys know how much I love this business. There have been quite a few haters in my time in this business. People literally like really trying to convince me why this business won't work. And I feel bad for those people because they just don't know. But particularly I'm responding because there was a guy who made a comment on one of my video logs, and it was kind of negative and kind of haterish, and one of the teammates, he told me about it, and he said how he responded to it, and I told him that I briefly responded to it because I don't like to give the negativity too much attention. But I don't really care what anybody has to say about what they think is going to happen, what's happening. I know that I'm in an incredible company with an incredible founder and loyal people, and just I'm in the right place, and there's nothing that anybody can do to convince me otherwise, so I'm here to stay. So I love this business. Prepaid Legal is wonderful. If you're looking at this video and you haven't joined yet and you're considering, give it an opportunity and buy into what these people are telling you, because if someone's willing to help you have success and make money, why would you not at least take a chance? $250? Come on, that's nothing. I mean, girls, we can spend $250 going shopping for one day for stuff that's meaningless. You can invest this and make hundreds and thousands, if not millions of dollars in your future. So just that's how I'm gonna end this one today. God bless you guys. Good luck, and I'll see you guys again.
Faster, stronger.
That don't kill me, can only make us stronger.